Mercury's in Gatorade. Frustrated, I sat here and shuffled the cards out, and I got all excited because Tarantula and Spider came out for Person A, and I wasn't recording. So I'm not going to shuffle again, and hopefully many of you have been here long enough to trust that what I shuffled out is what actually Spirit wanted you to know. So I have pulled for Person A. I'm going to do something today where we do Person A, which is either you or your person, and just apply this as it fits in your situation. One of these should resonate with one of you, and the other pile should resonate with the other person. But you can probably, if there's mirroring going on in your situation, which with the Phoenix here in the connecting energy, I'm thinking that there's definitely mirroring going on. Okay, so yeah. Bear with me for a minute. I'm going to pull out some other type of cards here, and we're going to get an assessment of what we need to know. What do we need to know about this connection today, Spirit? What do we need to know about this connection? What do we need to know about this connection? Okay. Positive thinking and faith bring you closer. So, let me see one more. I'm going to take that one. Oh, gosh, guys. Seriously, like straight out the gate. Straight out of the gate. Changes are being made is what I'm feeling. I'm real called to say that big changes are happening in this connection. Even if you're not in the know, you may intuitively be getting hits that maybe a person is changing. Adjusting some things and moving things around in their life to make room for you. And really adjusting some belief systems. Perhaps this person came in not so great of an energy and not so great of intentions. But I almost posted a video yesterday to explain that people are allowed to change up their manner of being at any given point, anytime, because that's what we do. We evolve. We're here to do that. We're here to make great changes in our life. Evolution is our goal here, and this is school. Earth is school. So you should be expected to change. And if you want to make a drastic change, do that, and I feel like saying all that your person is making drastic changes to where you may not even recognize this person, going forward when they come back in, if you're in separation, like you may even question whether it's true or not, if they really have made these changes. But I feel like with the Phoenix in the middle, both of you have been making big, vast changes, and perhaps you have set boundaries to say, no, I'm not going to accept less than what I deserve. And perhaps this person is like, I know I need to treat this person better because they are good to me, they are good to me. And moving about cautiously as Person A is what I'm feeling. And yeah, hang on, let's just go. But with that wedding card popping out like this person is absolutely, and maybe you are too, really thinking about a future with this person, whether it's an actual wedding or not, who knows, because for everyone that's going to be slightly different. Not everybody's interested in getting married, but perhaps it's moving your situation to a different level. Okay, what else, Spirit, do we need to know? Let's see what's up. But it hasn't been the right time, guys. So in separation or in silence, it says very clearly, no, it's not the right time. So it could have been a timing factor, something could have been going on in your life. And this is talking about gambling, problems with addiction or gambling or bad finances. So I'm feeling like with the Phoenix, not the right time, and also with the gambling, bad finances, maybe this person isn't in the best position financially to come towards you. 444 as I look up, divine protection. But I feel like this situation or this Sorry guys, I'm at a loss for words at the moment. I'm in Mercury Gatorade. um, I'm feeling like this connection is divinely protected. Okay, no matter whether it's the wrong time, right time, high time, you know, whatever, out of time, whatever the case, it is, everything happens in divine timing. No one likes to hear that. I know that. I get it, because I get frustrated at the divine timing as well. But that said, it is what it is. So let's go in. But I do need you to stay optimistic if this is something that you want, because this is showing a woman with flowers, dressed with really pretty, I don't know, and almost like looks like she's giving an offering. But positive thinking and faith will bring romance, so you need to stay optimistic. And also it talks about getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Well, here's the thing. There could be things in their life they're just not comfortable telling you just yet. You know what I mean? It could be they're deeper in financially than they are letting on, or something. You know what I mean? Or there could be other situations in their life. My ears, it's clicking. It's weird. So you guys do need to get to know each other, and it feels to me with this card that your person has something to say to you that they're a little afraid of. I'm going to pull a couple of these too. And then I'm going to get a couple cards for the end. But I am then going to go in gossip. This person, they want to fix the connection. They want to mend this connection. If there has been damages, they're daydreaming. They're longing for you. This person is longing for you. But with this gossip card, this person is afraid of what other people are going to say. This person lives in ego. Perhaps they have a parent. Perhaps this is an uncommon connection where maybe one of you, maybe you're different religions or you're different ages or whatever. And this person has a family who wouldn't agree. But with the self-love, they're still trying to heal. They're healing themselves, which includes getting out of that I give a crap what other people think mentality, right? Okay, you know, that's something that you have to overcome and step out of. For a lot of people, they really care very much about, like, especially if they did not get acceptance from their parent when they were young, in their youth. Maybe they just have never really measured up to their parent. And maybe they are defiant against their parents a lot of the time, but their innermost self says, I want my parent to accept me. Well, this is really causing, if there are differences here, this is causing them to have like imbalance. Like, I really want my parents' approval, but I really want my person. And they're having to really weigh what's more important to them, right? This gossip, it can't matter. Because the thing about it is, there's always going to be a hater. Always going to be a hater. There's always going to be someone jealous, especially if you're high vibing and you guys really bring out the best in one another. Of course, people are going to have something to say. The hater is going to hate. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. So, you know, yeah. But they do want to fix the connection. They are daydreaming and longing. They are longing and daydreaming about this connection with you. But they have to heal these hurts. They have to get over some things, right? Before they can bring this in to you. But I feel a very big pause in this situation. I'm going to pull a couple of these and a couple of intuitive life coaching oracle also. I'm getting a new deck today. Don't judge me. Yes, I am a fiend. I can't help myself. I have lots and lots of decks, and I'm not going to tell you how many. Right, I'm filling this one, and I'm not going to reveal these cards until the end. I don't know what they are. It'll be a surprise to all of us. Okay, I'm going to just pull 2 of each. Well, maybe just one. Depends. I'm going to go one more time. If I get nothing, I'm going to keep the one I have and keep moving. Spirit, anything else? Anything else? Nope. Okay. Cool. May get messages from your person. I may get charms and tiles. We'll see. I'll put those together. Whoa. Let me not throw things all over the floor. That would be great. I got this big bowl of charms and tiles for you guys, and I would keep forgetting to use them a lot, often. Alright, so I'm going to get 1 to 2 of these guys here, and again, we're going to leave them down, face down until the end, because I want to get to this energy. The you versus them type energy, okay? Bear with me. Okay. And there's one down here in the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and take whatever that is. Spirit, what do we need to know about this situation? What do... Oh no. I just realized that my microphone has been down there the whole time. Don't know if you've been able to hear me. I'm going to have to go back and listen. Well, I'm going to hope for the best. I'm going to keep recording and hope you guys have been able to hear me this entire time. Because my microphone was down by my shirt, my other shirt. Alright, I'm going to keep that one. Alright, so we've got 2 cards there. Real quickly, in case you couldn't, this person has something to tell you. I'm just going to give you a brief overview in case you couldn't hear. Need you to stay optimistic and manifest what it is that you truly want to the universe, because staying optimistic is the ticket, and the wedding card came out. So again, I feel like both of you would like to bring this into a higher level of commitment, but this person is wanting to correct some things that are broken in this. They are daydreaming about this connection and bringing things together. They are working on themselves, and what I was saying about gossip is perhaps they have had somebody, there are differences in this situation, and they have wanted to have the approval of a parent and never really had that approval. And even if on the surface it doesn't feel that way, down deep their inner child wants that acceptance, but they also want you. So they are working through something right now, so just know that, okay? Alright. Sorry about all the communications. I pulled the cards. I wasn't recording. My microphone. This video, someone does not want me telling somebody's business, but we're going to tell it anyway. We're going to tell it anyway. Alright. So, let's move on to reading through our cards. See what's going on here. And okay, so person A, well actually, you know what, it busted right open. We're going to start in a strange place with person B. Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. So this person is still trying to figure themselves out. I'm having a strong feeling that this is your person, because the yearning is there. The yearning was here, under daydreaming. They're yearning for you. And you could be yearning from them too. That could be something that's quite mirrored. I'm longing for you. Yearning, longing. Okay? The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. So they're reaching and reaching. And perhaps with the arms, all the arms, they have been exploring other options, you know, going different places, and their energy has been directed to work, to, you know, focusing on money, to another connection. I mean, whatever the case. And that don't go looking for something and making it fit if it doesn't truly fit, okay? Unfortunately, this results in a well-intended but messy relationship. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business, and they've allowed people to get in their business again. And shares. Okay, it says, and the octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They overshare. Or maybe they keep it to themselves. I'm feeling more along the lines of this person keeps too much to themselves. You may be the one to overshare. And again, you can see yourself in multiple places, in person A and person B. So, there you go. They believe that they believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, The essence of Octopus is at play. This person may drain you. You know, this person may latch onto your energy and just be actually very draining. They could be very pessimistic, but trying to gain optimism with stay optimistic. They're trying to change the way that they deal with things, the way that they see things, and the way they come across. They are raising their vibration, but maybe their vibration has been somewhat lower than yours, and it's been exhausting, you know. But they could feel very comfortable in your energy. Very comfortable. Also, we have all the signs represented out here, just so you know. So begin to establish healthy boundaries, and perhaps you did. Be patient and firm, as it may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, needy, clingy, or lacks courage. Now, you could be the one that's been needy and clingy and chasing energy. To bring into balance, space to oneself, and talk therapy. And perhaps your person, and maybe you are like me, I'm in therapy. I am. And there's nothing wrong with therapy. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. So, let's go with... okay. Let's go stay with that, the one thing. Actually, we're jumping over to Tarantula. Nope, I'm just going to earmark that page and come back to it, because we're going to stick with Bat. Alright, so Bat. Darkness, letting go. Death, leading to rebirth. There's a Phoenix. Somebody is doing a lot of work with self. A lot of self-love. A lot of exploration of oneself and hermiting. Somebody has been doing some major work with the Bat and the Phoenix together. Boy, this is your adjoining energy, but this is one of you two's energy. Person B's energy is that of really, like, and I'm being called to the moon, Cancerian energy, Piscean energy. I am being called to nighttime. I feel like this person, whoever this person is, works a lot and buries themselves in work so they don't have to face this connection or things that it draws up. They're very, regimented. They do something so that they just really, they could use escapism. They may smoke, drink, whatever. Occupy their time with work, what have you, so that they can avoid thinking. But I feel like at this point, during the nighttime, is when this person really sits and reflects on the changes that are necessary. Okay. Before emerging, the Bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. So we have divine feminine and divine masculine energy. In the darkness, it can see all that was invisible in the daylight hours. The Bat is a master of the subtle senses, of the underlying forces that cause some things to prosper and others to fade. The Bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter, the closing of a door. So with the ending of a chapter and the Octopus and boundaries, perhaps this could be you. This could signify that you or they had to close out a chapter in their life to come towards you. And you may have put up boundaries and also closed a door on them because you couldn't handle the in and out, hot and cold anymore. Right? You had to enact your own and close a chapter. But with the death, rebirth, this is about, it's a death leading to rebirth. So it's like a closing of a door so that change could happen, so that it can come back better, right? It doesn't always mean that it's over and done and sealed in a coffin and dead. It just means that it had to end. The lessons in the karmic loops had to be lessons learned, karmic loops closed. So if they were dealing with someone else, something needed 1919 on the clock, as I looked up, or on the timer rather. They needed to end some things. They needed to change some things. Maybe you did too. And, solo, like a dark night of the soul, a spiritual awakening, these are very solo things. And I feel like it was really necessary to go your separate ways for a bit to get life in order, to get life in order, you know, and to learn some of the things that were necessary to learn. So I don't feel like it's an end. I feel very much unfinished business, especially with this Phoenix. It rises from the ashes. So it's almost like you had to level something. Both of you had to level something to build something better. So this very much screams unfinished business to me. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns. No more lingering in the past. When in balance, accepts, adapts, adjusts. When out of balance, refuses to let go, reminisces. So perhaps this person also had the habit of hanging on to things in their past. People, you know, in their past. And really couldn't... Maybe... I'm feeling very strongly called to say that an avoidant tendency, an avoidant type personality has a tendency of looking back at past relationships and idealizing them, right? It's almost like looking at all of the good things instead of looking at the bad things and the good things and having that balance, going and trying to resurrect things that are dead. And perhaps they needed to put things to bed and really put them to bed so that they didn't reach out anymore, you know? Enough's enough. And they could move on with you, because it could have been that they felt like they were going to keep doing this over and over and it would hurt you, and they truly didn't want that. I feel like this person's intentions aren't bad. I just feel like they had been in cycles for most of their life. So, to bring into balance, watch the sunrise. Okay, let's see. Now, moving on along to person A, with the tarantula and the spider, which was really strange. The tarantula represents a moment when great decision must be made at a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. So perhaps you had to let this person go so that you could truly focus on what was best for you, you know, and your life purpose and your mission. And you knew that this person needed to do their healing because they can't come along with you unless that happens. You know, if they're unwilling to do the work to heal, you're being called into something that is going to require you to have a healthy relationships and partner. Right? A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. And this, again, we got a lot of mirroring stuff, because what I just talked about before I even opened this page was really trying to resurrect things from the past. So, you know, that was what I just talked about. There's a lot of mirroring going on in this. A lot. The tarantula hovers patient and calm like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, intellectualizes. So overthinking, analysis paralysis. To bring into balance, daily journaling. And also, for us ADHD people, writing down things and actually, you know, making lists of things to prioritize things, and people for that matter. All right, we got spider, and okay. So the spider, creator of prosperity. Okay, so you know what? Here's the thing. In this situation, these two, the tarantula and the spider, are really talking about dharma. Number one, both of them are referencing dharma, which is really freaking strange, okay? Really strange. And this is talking about weaving intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It's hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry, and abundance flows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. You are being called, whoever person A is truly being called to focus on their life purpose and not this other person over here. Okay? Because this other person is responsible for their own healing. Their own healing. They got to do this. This is their job. Okay? And they're out of balance and they're reaching everywhere and they're doing all the things and they're not, bringing in the peace that you need to create your prosperity. Okay? Whatever it is the Spirit is telling you that you, like whatever creative endeavor or project or life, soul purpose, dream the Spirit is calling you to do and focus on, it's very important that you do that. Let that person do their work. They're doing it because this is connecting energy. They are doing the work, but you can't. It's almost like this, guys. It's like taking a plant, right? You're planting vegetables in a garden, a tomato plant, say, and you take this little tiny seed and you, whatever, and I know this is not how you do it. I'm a gardener. No matter. Say you take a little tiny seed buried in the dirt, right? And you water it. You don't keep digging it up to see what's happening underneath the surface. You leave it alone, okay? And you let it do its freaking work because it's never going to grow if you keep looking at it. So the silence is golden. It is beautiful. So if there is silence happening right now between the two of you, it is supposed to be that way. Let this person do their work and stop mothering them. They have to mother or father themselves. Take care of your dream. Take care of your dream. Focus. Focus, 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 focus. Okay, now let's go with the Spirit. I'm going to go straight to the Phoenix because it's screaming at me. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. The Phoenix represents a transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges. Your person's facing their bullshit from the past. All their crap from the past. They are facing it. And you have and are facing it as well. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we've been suffering too long and something has to change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. Unconscious mind. That's one of the things that my soul is calling me to do. I'm in a class for hypnotherapy and I'm going to throw plugs in there all the time, sorry, because I am being called to help people overcome limiting beliefs and traumas and peeling back that onion to figure out what the problems are. And this speaks to me so much. So much. And it's talking about deciding to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind. Now, the unconscious mind and its list of fears, you can get over those. But you have to address them. And if you don't address them, guess what? They will stay buried right under there. And those quote-unquote safety mechanisms that your 0 to 7 self, your ages 0 to 7 self created to keep you safe, they're not logical fears. But they will continue to present themselves over and over and over again all your life if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing and uncover them and attack them and get rid of those things and create healthy safety mechanisms instead to replace. And whatever the lesson learned was, keeping those lessons and retaining them for future use. So there is a purpose for them, but it's taking you back for lessons. So, exciting stuff. And at this very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and this great bird helps us to burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, and what we've done. We own up to our bullcrap, and we make amends to other people that we owe an apology to. that we did wrong, we did dirty, and this person may have done you wrong and done you dirty, and they owe you an apology, and they know that, but it's scary because they feel like you were at home. You were home for this person, and they feel like if they tell you whatever the hell this is, whether it's taking that mask off and showing you their true and authentic self, a lie, some type of sabotage, some type of, devastation that they caused you that you don't know about, or they think you don't, they think it's going to run you off forever. And they're terrified of that. But that is that aversion to, it's based on limiting beliefs. Now, yeah, they could have done you dirty. But if this is a soul tie, you're going to hear it, and it probably won't be comfortable. It will probably hurt. But it can be healed. I'm here to say that whatever this is can be healed. Whatever that is, and you will accept this person. The thing is, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're a diagnosed narcissist, but I didn't want to tell you because, felt like you would judge me and pick me apart. Okay, so are you working on your stuff? Is this something that you can work on? Are you in counseling and actively figuring out ways? And can I work with this? Are you an avoidant personality type? Do we need to work around how you process things? Do we need to handle things differently? Are we, are we capable of doing that? Yes, probably. If this is a freaking soul connection, and they people say, oh yeah, narcissists can't be healed. Yes, they can. Anybody can be healed. Everything in, I do believe that there are people without souls. They're soulless people. But I don't think that there are many. I think there are few and far between. Everybody, yeah, another day, another soapbox. But I feel like, this person may have some things to tell you. That's all. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we've done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and the lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. That is beautiful for you guys. Absolutely love it for you guys. Now let's read the lizard, and I'm going to quickly go over because we're running long, and I don't want to do that. I want to be cognizant of you guys' time. But I do want to go over those cards that I pulled. Instinctual, the lizard. Sensitive to the subtle, and a dreamer. You guys could be having dreams of one another. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. Now, I'm also being called to say that somebody could be on the spectrum. And, that's fine. That's cool. It doesn't make you any more or less, you know what I mean? But it could cause somebody not to tell you something like that because they feel like they're going to be judged. Even though if you love this person, that isn't what you would do at all. As if it is a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in big city and return to the inner artist who has been whispering your name. You guys, here's the connecting energy. You guys have a very telepathic 5D type of a connection. 3337 on the timer as I look up. To bring into balance, a creative project. I feel like you guys have a creative project that you're supposed to be doing together. Something that you're supposed to be doing together is the connecting energy there. Alright, let's quickly go over these. Whether I read them or not, we'll see. Earth shifts. Yeah, Mercury's in retrograde right now. This seems to come out every time we have a full moon, whatever. Or there's planets, and there's more than just Mercury in retrograde. I want to say... I'm not going to guess. You guys have to look that up. Universal slow. Or universal flow. It says, it's time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses. Okay, that's, I'm not even going to go any further into that. There's lots of sevens here. 9. You are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all she does. There are earth shifts. I'm not going to read those because one is a very self-explanatory. Slow the hell down. Take time to do gratitude lists, breathe, meditate, get in flow. And in that, you're also getting in flow with each other, even if it's just in the 5D realm, while you guys are working on your separate things. All right, and then we got this guy. Ah, come on now. Can't pick it up. My nails are getting ridiculously long. All right. Release. Again. And this does not mean to release forever. This means to release expectations. This means to release timing to the divine. It means that it's time to focus on self right now and work on self-love and projects, okay? And just know that stay optimistic, okay? Manifest what it is that you want, and remember that. I think that's it, guys. Oh, nope. This is charms. I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna get some charms from beneath. I need to put those in a separate little. I got a. What is this cat? I'm not sure what that little cat. This little cat is. It's. Someone put it in the comments if you've made it this far. I'm not sure, but I know this little cat was on some form of a cartoon way back in the day. Probably before most of your time. Cats could be. It's a little white kitten. We got a heart, like a master key with a heart at the top. You have the key to their heart. I see the star, okay? This star tells me that there's hope. And that in your person's eyes, you are a star. You're a beautiful star. And then we have lips. Maybe you wear pretty pink lipstick. Or maybe this person really likes your lips. But I'm not going there. I'm not going to go into that. We have an H. We have a G. We have an O. I see hog. I see hag. I have a V, H-O-A-V-G-E. I see have, I see gave, I see give. This person may want to give you something. I see 10, the number 10, or for me, there's a 1010 road not far from where I live. I see teen. Maybe you guys have teen children. I see net. This person wants to catch you. I see lint. And I also see leave. I see leave. I see live. What's this? Lots of E's. Maybe your name starts with an E. I see late. And I feel like your person, I also see lit. I feel like your person is feeling like they're running out of time with the late. Okay? But I see AVE for avenue. I want to say this though, and I see have. They want to have you. Love. I see love. They love you a lot. I see a lot. I see lie though too. L-I-E. I see vile. I also see veil. All right. And go. I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I'm very good at Scrabble, so I'll stop now. I hope this helps, guys. I very much hope that this helps you. And I was on track to say something. Oh, quick messages from your person. I'm going to pull just a couple of these. Unblock me. I miss you and I want to connect. Please unblock me literally or energetically so we can speak. I have a lot to say. So if you have your person blocked and you do want to hear from your person, you might want to unblock them. Some might find that they are unblocked. Maybe you never blocked them. Maybe it could be energetically though. That could be a boundary. It's simple really. How do I feel? I want you, us forever. This person, like I said, in their head about the future. And one more, spirit. One more. One more. Anything else? Anything else? I'm going to give it 2 more spins here. Ah. Okay, that turned something over. I don't know what. that Hawaii. Hawaii could be significant to somebody. It says, would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. Travel could be important to you or your person. Mother wounds. My mother is a big influence on my behavior. Remember, I had said something about them having to overcome the gossip. And maybe a mother, you know, condemning. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me and externally. So they're working on some other wounds, guys. And that's all I have for you today. It's on. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. There you go, guys. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Take care. Bye.